Welcome to Insider Trading, a game about manipulating the stock market to always make sure we are profitable. So if you happen to already be a billionaire, you're very familiar with this concept. So this demo version just came out on Steam not too long ago, and I knew I had to give it a go. But we're not going to waste any time. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and let's jump right into it. So I already did take a run through on the tutorial just to get the basics of the mechanics. Current day of the week is here at the bottom, and then this is the target goal that we have to reach by the end of the week, which will be Friday. But to actually buy upgrades and to manipulate cards and change a bunch of things, that is our tokens down here. You can use tokens to move cards in these slots, which we don't have any there yet. So we'll go ahead and hit start so it fills it in, and there you go. There was a huge price drop here at the end randomly for some reason, but you can see here at our first card we have a bull card which ups the price by 3, and then right next to it is a bear card which moves the price down by 2%. So basically we have a bunch of these cards that all have an effect, and you can use tokens to move those cards around to get a better bonus if you want, or even remove them from the queue so it brings in another one. So the first one we use is always free, so we'll go ahead and use remove. Let's remove this minus 3%, and we did get a plus 1%. So overall this should be a profitable trade, but if for some reason we did not want to trade, we can also hit skip, and that will add tokens to our balance, which we can use for upgrades and more cards. So let's go ahead and hit trade here. That is always free to do. It buys you in at the max at the very beginning, and we will see all these pop off, and now we have a 4.9% increase for the day, so that is epic. And so now that I've filled you in on the details of the game, let's see just how far we can go in this demo. So right away we have some cards to choose from. So you have to choose a negative card and a positive card every single time. I guess you can re-roll them if you really wanted to change it. Let's take a look. We got a minus 7%, a sleeping owl, minus 10, but does nothing if in the first slot. And then the mirror, after triggering, permanently transform into the card on the left. That could be beneficial if we get it next to a green card. Wait, that's pretty sick. Then we have plus 5 here. Plus 1 increases by 1 for every bull card, and plus 5. You know, let's just go ahead and take the expert. We'll hit confirm, and now we can modify cards or choose a perk, which we will definitely take a perk for 10 tokens. And let's see what we got. Poacher, 1 in 5 chance for bull and bear type cards to be deleted. I don't know if that's good at all. And then 1 in 2 chance to gain a token when a bird card triggers. Okay, we did skip a bird back there. And then risk taker, balance can go extra minus 1,000. If you're not familiar with stock trading at all, this is basically like trading on margin. And since it is a game, I guess we have a lot more we can manipulate here. So let's go ahead and take risk taker, because it shouldn't be as much of a risk since we have a bunch of cards we can manipulate down here. Wait, this is really, really good. We already have a ton of green, and we have this guy, after triggering, permanently transform into the card on the left, which is the expert. So that's actually really good. So technically, if we wanted, we could use our free remove on this. And yeah, we lost it came down a percent. It was at 3%, now it's at 2%. So overall, if you kind of cancel out some of the things here, this actually should be very profitable. So, well, maybe not very, but a couple of percent. So let's go ahead and hit trade. So that went up, transformed into that immediately. That was sick. And yeah, there we go, 13% up. And we are already at 1,100 over here. So that's really, really good. And we are only at Wednesday, and we are $12 away from our target there. And I like how it shows the price from the previous day went up by 7, and we can hit next here and see what we got. So we have some more cards to choose from. Monkey, this card's effect is randomly decide between 0 and 10. Supply shock minus 7, bear minus 3. So this could be up to 10 or 0. You know, let's take the chimp here. And then we have champ, the same thing, 0 and 10. The whale, delete all investors in queue. This permanently increases this card's effectiveness by 1. So we need a lot of investors to get that going. And then the dove, which is 5. Let's just take the straight up 5% there. That is pretty good. It looks like we have 17 tokens. Go ahead and take another perk. Every time a combo is triggered. So that is the one other thing that they talked about in the tutorial. If there's 5 of the same type of card in a row, like if it's a bull card versus a bear card, it does trigger a combo. So that can be really beneficial, but also I think this can hurt us if there's like a bear combo. Unless it's only combos that benefit us that let us play this. I'm not sure, but we could go for that. If price rises 5% or more in a single tick, buy 1 share, even if the balance is insufficient. And then final sprint, last 3 cards of the queue get plus 1 trigger. That's so interesting. So you if it goes up 5%, you buy, but you have to hope it's going up like even more than that. You know, let's go ahead and take FOMO, which if you've ever actually traded stocks, do not do that. Do not FOMO at all. But yeah, we're going to take a look here. And our chart is looking interesting. I like how it shows everything. It has the day separators right there. And also, so we don't even have to trade since we're so close to the target. Our balance actually gets reset back to 1,000 each week, and we'll have to hit the new target every time. So we don't even have to trade since we're so close, and we could farm up some tokens. I mean, this one looks like it'll be pretty close. Oh, that -10. That -10 is really bad. And then yeah, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and take a skip here, get the tokens. It will tell us just how much the price does overall here to see if that was a good decision or a bad one. So technically it went up by 3%. So actually we would have been a little bit profitable, but I kind of wanted to get some more tokens because we need some more perks. And let's take a look what we have here. Cub -1%, and it's modified by 1% for every bear in Q. So that's interesting. Or just a straight -3. I guess we take the Cub and there's a chance it could be lower. And then we have Expert again, Panic Buy, 20% in price, 1 in 2 chance to be deleted, and Demand Shock. So this is just be passive, but we can do this Panic Buy. It's called a Disruption. That is hilarious. We're going to take that. And we have just enough tokens for our perks. So yeah, even though we missed out a little bit on some of the money, we're so close, but now we get to take an extra perk. So we have Recycler. Every time a Q card is deleted from the deck, plus 9% market value. Oh, that's interesting. So if I can do some deletions during the market phase, that would be good. Balance can go an extra $1,000 when buying shares. We can double down on Risk Taker. And then Efficient, required card count to trigger combos -1. So basically we can bring the combo down, but I think I want to go all in on this Risk Taker. It just seems funny. I have no real strategy behind it. And right away, this is a really, really good one. So we could risk it and like delete this and bring something else in. Actually, we should move it so we get the combo at the end. So actually we're going to take this and we're going to move it over here. And actually one thing we're going to do is do move on this and this. And the reason why is because this will get triggered in the combo. So this should get us even more price action up. So we're at 115 here. Let's go ahead and hit trade. Don't hit skip. Okay, we just purchased so many shares. It's down a little bit, and here comes that increase. Oh my gosh, we FOMO'd in so much, and it went in 88% up. That was insane. So we're $900 over the target goal. That is so good. That was... I love how you can have these insane combos. That was crazy. Okay, so we have our basic things. New normal, -10% price. Effect permanently modified by 1% after triggering. But there's Chimp, Bear -3. You know what? Let's just do new normal. Seems interesting. The Tribe effect increases by 1% for each monkey card in the deck, as well as Bear Trap and Early Bird. 10% price if queued in the first slot. So again, this seems decent. You could move it to the front. Bear Trap could be good to get rid of some bear cards, but also I think I just want to take the Tribe to help us get some more monkey cards, I guess. We don't have a lot of tokens. Not great. So we'll just go ahead and hit next here. At first glance, I think this is going to be a rough one because of this -10, and we need tokens anyways. Plus we're already over the target goal. So we're just going to hit skip, mostly for just the tokens. I do think this will be pretty close here. I didn't do all the math right away, but this 10% is pretty brutal. So let's see. Yep, -6.6%. And there we go. We complete collecting balance. So you see it brought us back down to 1,000. So we should get a bonus. I think it says that, yeah, overachievement bonus. So we got extra tokens for being way over the target goal. So that's pretty neat to have that going on. New weekly event? Oh, that's just for in the game. I was like, this game has weekly events. I was like, there's no way. First 5 cards in queue will have no effect. The other 5 cards will get +1 trigger count. Effect removed in 5 days. So basically, this is going to be in effect all week. The first 5 cards in queue are not going to have an effect. The other 5 will get an additional. So basically, the more good stuff we have at the end, the more it will benefit us. So Cub, Bull Trap, Sleeping Owl. You know what? Let's just take Cub. That's probably not awful. Demand Shock. That could really send it up. And then Cav. You know what? Let's just take the Expert because it says this gets deleted, whereas this will be a persistent 5%. So we'll take that. We do have enough for a perk. Let's go. Anti-work skipping grants you extra 5 tokens. That's really good. Crow-like 1 in 2 chance to gain a token when a bird card is triggered. We don't actually have a lot of bird cards in the deck, I don't think, right now. I guess we have 1. It did let us view the deck. Yeah, we just have 1. And then final sprint. Last 3 cards in queue get +1 trigger. Okay, you know what? Let's just double down on this, I guess, weekly event where everything at the end here, which, oh my goodness, is all really bad. But I could move this in place of that. So all these will get triggered twice. So, oh, that's 0. That's perfect. So technically, well, this will actually be -6 because it'll get triggered twice from the weekly event, wherever that is. Here it is. And then it'll get triggered again from final sprint. So maybe we use this move token and move, well, I guess these are just both 5%, so it's not like a big deal. We're going to burn another move, like, I guess this, so that doesn't get triggered an additional time. And we should trade just like this. So this should be really good. Let's see. This will go down a little bit. Yeah, 2 there. But now this will go again. So that broke. And then this goes 3 times. Oh my gosh. Look how much we got in one day abusing that card we had. That is insane. So we're already way over the target goal. And technically, I don't know if the smart move is just to skip a bunch, because going over doesn't give you as many tokens as skipping. But since we're starting to get more bear cards in the deck, we'll just take a bear 3, because this cub is probably always going to be over 3 now anyways. And then we have some similar bull cards over here again. I guess we'll take this, hit confirm. We still don't have enough tokens for a perk, so we'll just hit start. This is not great. I mean, you could move stuff around, but we're just going to hit skip. We need some tokens, and we're already way above the target anyways. And overall, the price went down just a little bit, so technically that was in our favor without making any adjustments. Oh, here's the reset again. Oh, set price to 100. Wait, that really drops it down. I don't think that's good. If we were below 100, that would be good, but we've been abusing, like, going up. So, you know what, let's just take it, because it says rare, so maybe there's some way we can, like, abuse it if we go way below 100 again. Then we have Cav, Expert, and Demand Shock. Let's take another Expert here, because we already took a Cav. Actually, we'll take the Demand Shock, because we took Cav, we took Expert, we'll take Demand Shock. There we go. We still don't have enough tokens for a perk there. So, oh my goodness, that's a lot of red. Look how much red. You know what, we're just going to skip. And wait, this is down here. Set price to 100. Oh, it technically doesn't trigger, so it's not even going to use that. That's funny. Oh, no, wait. It said it did trigger and it did break it. So that's interesting, because it says these aren't supposed to trigger. So it's weird that that broke. Not sure if that's a bug or if that's intended, but yeah, the price did come down a little bit. We're already at 126. So I can't use that card that brings it back to 100, which kind of sucks, because that's what I was trying to do. But I thought it wasn't going to trigger, but that's okay. So we have Sleeping Owl -10 price, Supply Shock -7, and then there's the Cub, the Tribe. So we already have one of these in here, which is neat. So these keep, like, scaling themselves. There's Expert and Demand Shock. You know, let's go ahead and take this, and then I'm not even sure what we should take here. I guess Cub, maybe that's the least, like, detrimental out of those. Now, finally, we can afford another perk, so that's sick. Final Sprint. Really double down on that. I feel like that's super risky, especially after this event ends. Strategy, when a combo is triggered, an additional 12% market value. That's actually not bad. And then Risk Taker again. You know, let's do the Risk Taker again. That's hilarious. We're tripling down on margin trading. And yeah, I think that's it for what we need now. We're going to go ahead and hit start. Ooh, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. Since these will trigger multiple times, let's go ahead and use a move. Let's move, I guess, this guy who's in the front all the way back here. And then we could swap these two to get the combo bonus. Wait, let's do that. Let's use this, swap these two, and yeah, this should be pretty solid. I just don't want to spend too many tokens, so we'll go ahead and hit trade here. Look how far down we are. That's crazy. And there it goes. It's going up. Let's get that combo. Get it rising, baby. Oh my goodness. Look how much it just ran straight up. Sold for 131%. I think we overachieved just a little bit there. That is crazy. And I'm seeing a new card, Inflation effect modified by -0.5x or 0.5% per owned token. gain a token on trigger. I like how there's these crazy negative ones. I would assume there's a reason that some of these have a benefit. I kind of just want to take it just to learn a little bit. We are in the demo here, make it a little challenging for ourselves because apparently we're doing just fine. And then there's Champ, which we already have the monkey synergy, so we'll probably take that. Yeah, let's go ahead and take Champ. Seems to go along with the monkey build we have going on here. And oh my goodness, we have so many down here at the end. Oh wait, this is at the end here. Disruption, gain a token on trigger. So is this gonna like get triggered? Like, I don't know how that works. I guess the price, it gets triggered, but the price doesn't go into effect. You know what, we're gonna move, wait, what is this, 5? This is 3. We're gonna move this here, and I think maybe that'll start a deeper combo. I'm actually not sure. You know what, I'll just spend the extra 2 tokens. We'll go crazy into the positive. So let's hit trade right now. Let's see what happens. So that didn't do anything. Yeah, none of these are doing anything. Okay, that's perfect. 10%, 10% again. 5, 5. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to this. That was a double 10. I could have put that over here. So I gotta remember, I thought this was our tribe one that just scaled. So we just got the champ one. So that was at 10%. But either way, we got 82 tokens from the overachievement bonus. So wait, going way over is actually super beneficial. That was actually insane. I didn't realize that. We have a new weekly event. Recession. Switch to short selling. That's insane that this game even has that. Trades will now profit from price falls and will lose from price gains. Wait, that's insane. So all those negative ones we picked will actually benefit us now. Now we technically want to go as far negative as we can. So let's go ahead. We don't want to do chimp because that other tribe card is a bull card. So we're trying to go negative right now, and you'll see what this is if you've never heard of short selling, because basically with short selling, you are selling at a higher price and buying the stocks back at a lower price when the price goes down. So we're gonna go ahead and take, I guess, Cub here, and then we don't want Champ at the moment. We want the least amount of benefit over here. So you know what, let's do Early Bird, I guess. Hit confirm. We'll definitely take a perk. Recycler, so we did see this. It's a plus 9% if something is deleted. We haven't really been doing that, but we have been doing risk takers. So we can go all in with this risk taker. You know I love doing that, just pushing strats to the max to see how they do. So already, it looks like we have a decent amount of bearish cards. So this at the beginning is technically -6 because we want the price to go down. And then this catches back up quickly. And then we are in a positive 9% there, and it cancels back out. So technically we will be profitable by a little bit there. We could go ahead, well, I guess the ending cards get triggered multiple times. So we technically want to move this combo to like here. So that doesn't do it. And then we'll move, wait, one more like that. So this will combo, I think, or maybe it won't. I think it's up to 5, but this will definitely combo and trigger multiple times. Let's go ahead and hit short sell here. So you'll see we're down 30%, 65%, but here it comes, coming back. It's gonna go again. Nice, look at that. And there's that combo, everything triggered again for 174% increase already, breaking the target goal. I'm not gonna lie, this game is not as challenging as I thought. But maybe we just got to keep ramping it up, making it harder for ourselves. You know, let's take a bear trap, make it harder for ourselves, and then new normal. New normal is actually really good for us, so we're going to take both of those. I don't think we have enough tokens. We do not. Oh, there's the new normal. That's insane. So we could put that over here to have it trigger multiple times. Ooh, this will be really close. You know what? Let's move new normal down here. Maybe we can form up a combo. That's -4. Oh, I should have deleted first because I think it's going to put it at the end. We could delete that 7. Wait, this is, oh, queued in the first slot. Okay, so that's not going to do anything. Let's do a removal here. Ooh, bear trap. Wait, that does make it a little harder for us. I guess that's not end of the world. And then we could do, well, we're already in the positive, so we don't even have to risk it. But I think looking over this, doing some quick math, I guess I could use 4 more tokens just to move this over here. Well, I don't want it to get destroyed, so I'll just swap these two, and we should be a-okay here. It'll look a little rough, but then it's really going to start to take off. And yeah, this didn't even shave down much profits at all, so that is 55%, and that is perfect. So we are way ahead on balance again. Not as high of a percentage above it, just like we were on that other round. Let's see, Hawk, that's really good. And Supply Shock, this will get deleted eventually. So actually, that's kind of good if we can use this more now, and then it'll go away once we need a bull market again. Birdman, if it's adjacent to an investor or a bird, price plus 7%, let's take that. That'll be good for later. We don't have enough tokens at the moment. Ooh, this one does not look great. I guess there is disruption here. Or we have Supply Shock, New Normal, Inflation, which if that's down here could be insane. And so this won't change the price at all. This will just destroy bear cards. Investor, that's against us. That is technically a 0. And then this is against us, but we could actually do some swapping. Like we could put this over here, and then we could do the same thing. We could hit move, and we can move this over here. And I think this should be pretty good for our profits. We technically need tokens, but you actually get more tokens for going over. And I think this will be a combo. So maybe we spend the 4. Actually, you know what? I want to see if this combos. If this hurts us, that's okay. We have a big enough buffer zone. I want to see if it will combo when it's against us. So let's go ahead and hit short here. Let's see what it does. So technically we're down a good handful. It didn't combo. Look, so when it's against us, it doesn't combo. That's good to know. And actually, I think they should add that. I think it should combo even if it's against you, just to make it even harder. So yeah, we have a ton of profits here. We have a whole another day left, I believe. And so we have Chimp, which we know what that does. Bull Trap, that could be useful for later. And maybe it'll make it hard on us for when we switch back to a bull market. But we have Champ and Early Bird. Let's go ahead and take that. I guess now we can start to maximize our monkey build. Because if we're going back into the bull market, oh, there we go. Let's take, well, if we take this, we have 1 token to not shift anything around. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. What do we got? Final Sprint, Anti-Work, and Efficient. So the combo requirement goes down. You know, let's go ahead and do the combo requirement going down. Not too bad. We don't have that perk just yet. And this is interesting. So we get a move for free. This being at the end is super helpful. This is a -10. That is a -10. You know what? I think if we just move this here, what is this? 6, 3, 3. So we're at 12. Now we're, oh my goodness, now we're at 18. But then it slowly starts to cancel out. I guess this is at a +21. And we have -3. Oh, this is going to trigger. Okay, you know what? This just automatically is much higher because this triggers twice. There's no combo. I mean, we could get the combo. You know, let's do this. Oh, wait, I can't. Oh, I don't have enough tokens to even do it. I was going to say we can get the combo here. You know, let's go ahead and short it. We could technically use the tokens, but it's always funner to play the day. This should put us back into the positive. That is beautiful. Okay, so only 34%, but still really, really good. And we should get tons of tokens now. Was that the end of the week? Oh, no, wait. That was only Thursday. We're not even at the end of the week yet. This is insane. What is this? Trade Guru, Investor and Trap, -5 price. If adjacent to a monkey, delete it and modify the price by +10% instead. I guess that's technically good. So you want to put him next to the monkeys and then it'll buff the price? Wait, that's pretty sick. But of course, now there's no monkey card to choose from here. So I guess we'll just take the dove. It has the highest percentage. These tokens, this costs a lot. Yeah, so we're not really getting that many tokens. I mean, again, you could just abuse skipping. But okay, this, well, as much as I would love to do this here, actually, this is all at the end. So this is all going to trigger multiple times, whereas all of our cards are at the front. We need some tokens, so let's just see how the final day would play out without us here. So these will re-trigger, and there it goes. So no combos activated, and the overall price went up a little bit. So technically that was a favorable skip. And there is the end of the week. Overachievement bonus, oh, only 30 tokens. Wait, so going over that high only profited us 30 tokens, whereas if we skipped a couple times, it probably would have done something similar. So it's interesting to see. I always like to figure out the strategies in the games we play. So we have balance 1,000 again. The target is now 4K, and we have a new event, restructuring. Every time a queued card is deleted, add a copy of a random queued card to the deck. That could be pretty bad. So basically, we just need to create profits like normal, and then I guess we could delete cards. I mean, here, let's take the bull trap. I guess that's in our favor, and then technically the monkeys are in our favor. but I don't see that. So let's just take Dove here, hit confirm. We don't have enough tokens for that. And we are back to a normal day in the market. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7. And this immediately we have 10, 11 here. So that's good. Oh, this deletes a card. It'll delete a bull card. I guess technically we don't want that. So we can move that over here. And then we can spend tokens to move one of these investors down at the end. So it triggers twice. And this should be a profitable day for us. So let's go ahead and hit trade because we have plenty of these that'll trigger multiple times at the end. Already, oh, it went down heavy there. How much was that? I don't know why it went down so heavy. I thought this was just a couple of percent, but we are good. Our math is fine, and we are already, it looks like halfway to the target goal, but I guess, yeah, we did technically get exactly halfway to the target goal. So let's go ahead and hit next. Nothing crazy there. I guess at this point, the bear 3 is not even that bad. We'll just hit confirm there. Don't have enough tokens. Ooh, this is rough. This is a rough one. This will delete something. So actually, if we do some swapping, I think we're just barely high enough. So I guess we can go ahead and do move on this and this here. And it's going to be, oh, well, this actually will raise itself by 1%. So that's actually good. We're going to go ahead and trade this, even though we technically need tokens. It's going to look a little rough at first. And then it should get back up into the green back here at the end. And there we go. Looking super, super nice. And yeah, we are already over the target goal. So yeah, the game actually is turning out to not be as hard as I first thought it would be. I think there needs to be a little bit more challenge, but also maybe we're just playing really well with how much we have abused Risk Taker. I have no idea. So we'll definitely take our bear trap here because that is perfect. And then I guess the cub, you know, maybe that's not too bad. Or telling the bull trap actually is worth -0. And you just move it out of the way. So we'll do 1 for 1 on the traps. Don't have enough tokens. We're already above the price here. And oh my goodness. I mean, like, look at this. Look how, you know what, we're going to move. Wait, let's put the 2 traps next to each other. So there they go. They do their own thing here. Well, I guess technically you could swap. Let's do move like this. We could swap these 2. And then now that doesn't trap anything. And this will be one huge combo. So this is about to be insane. Let's just go ahead and trade it. Let's not even overthink it because that is -1%. And immediately this number is just going to go up. Because we should also get the combo, I believe, right? I think so. Wait, it didn't even double it up. I thought it was going to combo, but maybe I don't know how the combo mechanic works, or maybe it already did it. But either way, huge profit again. And so I guess it's going to be in our best interest just to skip. We'll take chimp and we'll take champ. Looks good. Don't even have enough tokens for that. So I'm not even going to spend much time looking at this day. We're just going to hit skip, see what happens. Oh, multiple things just broke. Oh, it bear trapped this. I forgot there is traps that'll still activate. No worries at all. Probably helps us out. Probably nerfs us a little bit. I think even the price even still went up. Even with that, the price still went up. So basically in our favor, even without trying. Okay, we have Hawk, Supply Disruption, Sleeping Out. Does nothing if queued in the first slot. Let's just take Hawk and let's take Champ again. Hit confirm. We still don't have enough tokens. Okay, you know what? We're on Friday. This is the last day of the week. Wow, that is a lot of red. Wait, what does this one do? -20% price. Oh my goodness. So yeah, the price is about to go way down. Wait, what does this do? Yeah, we don't need that. Let's use our swap. Let's put it over here. Let's just send the price through the floor because we're skipping anyways. Okay, you'll see it's going up a little bit. And let's watch this go down. This is about to really go down. Oh my goodness, look how far down. This huge red streak, that is brutal. Sorry for anybody who was invested in the market. We just full reset it. Oh, and that was the end. I didn't even realize that. So we get flashbanged at the end. Playtime, 37 minutes it says, which according to OBS, that is accurate. Total balance at the end, total tokens win rate, 50%. Yeah, I did play the tutorial and the setup kind of gives you a loss a little bit, so that's totally fine. But that was super epic to play. I liked kind of all the mechanics with it. Do wish it was a little bit harder, But that was so neat to see all these bonuses in play in like a stock market type setting. Let me know if you want to see more content of this game once it comes out, and I will definitely have it wishlisted on Steam. But I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.